part 3. So yeah, basically this keeps me in the know about my sleep health. It also does a lot of other things for health as well, like heartbeat and all kinds of interesting things. And this watch was a gift, a very expensive gift, a Christmas gift from my partner, which is a very nice gift for me. And by the way, I forgot to mention, these will wear out within about 2 years. And I know because I've been using them for so long, but they will wear out in about 2 years if you wear them every single night, which I do, to be honest, let's be real. And it also helps for like work, like if there's like road works or something's going on, that will help drown out that noise too. And by the way, you know, even if you just only have sleep issues when you travel, or you're staying in a strange new place, or you're camping or something like that, like if you have trouble in a hotel with strange noises or whatever, maybe you only want to use sleep phones for an occasion like that, or maybe you travel for business and you have trouble sleeping when you're away from home. This could probably help with that. It's kind of an investment, but it's an idea. Another thing that really helps with sleep is if you actually lower the temperature of your room. Now, at the moment, I'm in an apartment, so I don't have control. Actually, I know some apartments allow you, but my apartment does not allow personal control over the temperature. But you could open a window or something, I guess. I don't do that, but I'm able to keep an eye on the temperature, and usually in the bedroom it's pretty good. It goes down to about 20, sometimes 19 at night, which is quite good for sleeping. I think you can even go as low as sort of 17, I think, is fine. Just when your body gets colder, it actually sleeps better. You're less likely to wake up, which is an interesting fact. You don't want it too cold, obviously, but and also I keep an eye on my humidity. It just went up, right, which is amazing. I know it's working because of that over there. And I put some drops of essential oil of lavender in there, and it's really putting up the humidity, which is good because it's winter and it's been quite dry, so that's great. And now the last things I want to talk about are kind of like supplements, internal things that I've taken that have helped me with sleep. So this is a herbal remedy. It's called valerian. Let's look at the English side. And it relieves nervous tension and promotes sleep. You take it not during the day necessarily. It's not really a drowsy making drug, but it's not really recommended that you take it in the day if you're gonna like use heavy machinery or drive or anything like that. But the thing I love about valerian is you can actually stay quite alert and everything. It's not drowsy making, not in my opinion, but you could take it in the day if you're really anxious, if you've had a really bad day. But before bed, it really helps. I do find that I usually fall asleep faster if I take valerian. Or if I wake up early in the morning, I go to the bathroom and I come back and I have trouble going back to sleep. Sometimes I take a few valerian tablets and I sleep pretty soon afterward. It just helps me get back into sleep. And obviously you follow the instructions, you don't go overboard. This one says you can take up to 6 tablets per day, but I only take 2 each meal. I take it just before bed sometimes, or if I'm having trouble sleeping. I don't take it all the time, but it's been very helpful. And I think in terms of side effects and stuff like that, there's really not too much going on, but do your own research. And obviously with any herbal thing, you try at your own caution, you research and everything, but I found that to be quite a safe. I've never had any issues with it myself, and I do like that. Another thing, this is a very natural thing, it's magnesium. The body needs it, and this can actually, if you're not actually getting enough magnesium, it can affect your sleep, your quality of sleep. So sometimes, this is a lot for one day, so what I do is I break these tablets in half, and I only take half that dose, because I figure that if I'm getting any extra, it's coming from my food. But I have found that I sleep better, I have more energy when I take a magnesium supplement. So that's just something to throw out there, and that's considered pretty darn safe, magnesium. You don't have to worry too much. I mean, you don't want to go overboard, but you know, Anyway, I'm not a doctor or anything like that. Disclaimer, like, you should probably talk to a doctor before you do anything like this, to be honest, for your own personal safety and everything like that. But generally, stuff like magnesium is not, like, even a pregnant woman can take magnesium, and it's probably recommended that she does take. So it's not the worst of supplements, I guess, or the most risky. But another one that's really helped me is melatonin. This is a very high dose. This is 10 milligrams. This is not the recommended dose for, like, basically every night I take a much lower dose. 2 milligrams, 3 maybe, is more than enough. And obviously you should, like I said, talk to your doctor or whatever about these things if you're taking internal supplements to help you sleep, and see what they recommend, because your situation may be quite different to mine. But I'm such a light sleeper that I've definitely found, like, taking a low dose of melatonin can really help me fall asleep at night. This is a low dose right here, 3 milligrams. And sometimes you find a tablet that you can actually break in half, and so you could cut that down to 1.5, you know. Yeah, so when I did the last time I did this video of recommendations, I actually took it down not soon after, because I got a message from a friend on Instagram warning me that, oh no, you shouldn't take melatonin before bed every night, because that could give you cancer. And I was really frightened by that, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to do that, I'm so scared. And she said that her partner kind of worked in that field, so I was like, okay, well, she should know what she's talking about. And I'm not saying she doesn't exactly, but since then I've done my own research, and I've searched high and low the internet. I can't find anything in not even in medical journals that would suggest that melatonin increases your risk of cancer at all. Like, maybe if you sleep too much, you may increase your risk of cancer, but that's not my problem. My problem personally is that I don't get enough sleep, and if anything, not getting enough sleep can definitely contribute to a higher risk of developing something like cancer, because if you're not getting enough sleep, your body's not repairing itself enough. So yeah, there's more of a cancer risk when you don't get enough sleep and your body doesn't get to replenish and repair itself every night. So if it helps me to get a proper, just a normal, regular amount of sleep, I actually figure like it's doing me more good than harm. So I'm not really worried anymore about talking about melatonin or recommending it, because since that time I've also seen sleep doctors talk about that it's okay to have a low dose of melatonin every single night. It's nothing to be afraid of. Melatonin is an actual hormone that your body produces in and of itself every night, but some people, they don't produce enough. And I actually have like a theory. It's just a theory, but I feel like my body just has never produced enough melatonin to make me drowsy, because I'm never drowsy before bed. I'm never usually just naturally drowsy enough to just pass out. Like, I discovered from reading and everything that most people, just healthy, normal, kind of average person, can usually fall asleep within 15 minutes. Me, actually, on average, despite what you saw on my Apple Watch for last night, I have an average of about an hour falling asleep, and that's not actually normal to be like tossing and turning in your bed for an hour before you sleep. So yes, I've really found that melatonin really does help me a lot, and it's absolutely changed my life. There is one more drug that is actually prescribed to me by my doctor that has changed my life, which I'll talk a little bit about. And this comes from a personal problem that I have. It's called desmopressin, apodesmopressin. It's like really hard to spell. But basically I have this issue, and I've always had this issue where I just naturally, my body just wants me to go to the bathroom like 6-7 times a night. So that's been a nightmare for my whole life, and I thought that was normal until I eventually realized a few years ago that it's not normal, and actually you don't have to suffer like that and break up your deep REM sleep every night. Like, I can't even imagine going back to not having this tablet. I have one before bed. Even in the day, it prevents me from running to the bathroom to pee like 10 times a day, 12 times a day, which is crazy. I felt like I was spending half my life in a bathroom. But thanks to this drug, I no longer am. I have irritable bladder syndrome, so if you suffer from this and you didn't know it's not normal to run to the bathroom like 10 times a day or night, well, there's hope for you, and I'm glad if I get to share this, it changes one person's life for the better, then my video is well done, and I'm proud that I shared this info.